Hey there, and welcome. So, today we're going to dive into a short, but honestly, really profound piece of poetry. It's only 4 lines long, but it offers this completely revolutionary way of looking at endings. The ones in our lives that just feel abrupt or incomplete or just unresolved.
I mean, really think about that for a second. We've all been there, right? A relationship just ends, no closure. A project you poured your heart into gets canceled out of the blue. A path you were on takes this sharp, unexpected turn. And that feeling, that sense of just being left hanging without a neat and tidy conclusion, man, it can be so unsettling. Our first instinct is usually to slap a negative label on these experiences. We see an unfinished story and immediately think, well, something went wrong here. We see it as a failure that needs to be fixed, or maybe a wound that never really healed, a broken narrative. But what if that's not the whole story?
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Look at this contrast. On one side, you've got the standard way the world sees these things, but this poem, it offers this radical alternative. It suggests that what we call incomplete is actually a legacy. What feels like a failure is a form of grace, and what looks like a problem to be fixed is really just a different kind of beauty. So, how in the world do we get to that new perspective? Well, the poem actually gives us a roadmap, and it starts with a really powerful act of restraint. The poem kicks off with this incredibly firm declaration. It's not about screaming for answers, or arguing for a different ending, or lodging a complaint with the universe. No, it's a conscious decision to meet that sudden, jarring silence with a quiet dignity all your own. And let's be super clear here. This is not about bottling up your feelings or pretending that you're not hurt. Not at all. It's an active choice. It's you deciding that your peace of mind is not going to depend on getting an explanation or an apology that, let's be honest, might never come. You're taking the power back by choosing your response. So that choice, to choose silence over complaint, that's the first step. The very next step is to turn inward. And wow, this is really the heart of the whole thing. The validation, the healing, that feeling of being complete, it doesn't come from the outside world. It can't. It's a gift that you give to yourself. It's your soul, basically, taking care of its own. So what do we even mean by grace here? Well, in this context, think of it as a kind of self-sufficient elegance. It's the ability to find acceptance and beauty inside yourself, especially when the outside world isn't offering any. It's that moment you decide, you know what? My story is whole, exactly as it is. And this internal act of finding grace, it leads to the poem's final, absolutely transformative conclusion. This is the grand reframing of the whole experience. I mean, this is it. This is the huge perspective shift. The poem takes the world's label, that word unfinished, and turns it into a badge of honor. That abrupt ending isn't a flaw to be fixed, it is the legacy. It's beautiful not in spite of being unfinished, but because of it. So you see, this isn't just some nice, poetic idea. It's a practical roadmap for healing. It starts with step 1, accept the ending with dignity. Then step 2, you turn inward to find your own grace. Step 3, you actively reframe the narrative from broken to complete. And finally, step 4 is seeing its unique beauty as the legacy itself. All right, so let's bring this home. This brings us to the most important part. How does this apply to you right now with the unfinished stories that you might be carrying? This is the core takeaway. We are so conditioned to judge stories by how they end, aren't we? Did they live happily ever after? Did they reach the goal? This poem is arguing for a completely different way to measure a story's worth. The value of your story isn't less just because it ended sooner than you thought it would. Its value is in the simple, powerful fact that it happened. Its beauty is in the real, raw, honest emotions you felt. Its legacy? That's in the wisdom you gained from it. And its grace? Well, its grace is in how you choose to carry it forward. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Take a look at those chapters in your own life that feel incomplete. What if you stopped seeing them as failures to be mourned and started seeing them as powerful, complete legacies in their own right? What if they're already perfect, just the way they are?